Gregory Keane continues the story from a car drawn up in darkness near Carlotta's house on the North Shore. It's 10 minutes past 9 o'clock, and Cutts and I are sitting here in the pouring rain waiting. 2 minutes ago, Stella Wilson opened the gates to Carlotta's driveway and marched through the rain to the house, expecting the door to open and show her Sammy Rice standing there. But there won't be any Sammy Rice. There will be only 2 people who don't want her alive, and some NightShade thugs to attend to it for them. But they won't put the thugs to work in Carlotta's house. They'll take her somewhere by car. And Tom Cutts and I will still be waiting.
Who is it, Felix?
Stella Wilson.
What? Here?
Yes, standing out in the hall with Stephen, keeping an eye on her.
Did she say what she wants?
She certainly did. Sammy Rice.
I think we had better have a few words with this Stella Wilson.
Here?
Yes, here.
Stephen, bring her in.
There are some questions you had better make up her mind to answer. First.
We want Stephen too, Carlotta.
No.
Wait outside, I'll take her.
Who do you think you are? I want to see Sammy Rice, and I know darn well he's here.
Do you?
How? Never mind, I just happen to know.
How did you find this house, Stella?
Sammy told me about it.
Sammy did you a bad turn.
I don't seem to realize, Stella, you're in quite a spot.
Never mind about that. Where is he?
If it's all the same to you, I'll ask the questions. How did you get out here?
I came on my bike. What do you think?
I think we may have to teach you some manners. How did you get out here?
I came by cab.
Is it waiting for you?
No, it's not.
We might be able to, save some time, Carlotta, if I took her downstairs.
Now, just a minute. You two needn't think you can scare me. I've been waiting a long time for this. I've been waiting to catch up with Sammy for months. And if you want to know something, I had to skip town or I'd have been here before.
I suppose plenty of other people know you came out here tonight to make a scene. Do they?
No, they don't.
Listen, little girl. This is my house, and voices are not raised through me in it. I don't think you appreciate gentle treatment. Felix, get to the bottom of this.
Now, just a minute, Carlotta. I have an idea we're being rather harsh with the girl. You, were Sammy's girl, weren't you, Stella?
How do you know?
Oh, I used to see quite a lot of Sammy Rice. I did hear something about him running out on you.
So he did.
There you are, Carlotta. You can't very well blame her, can you? Come on over here by the window. That's it. Sit down. Have a cigarette. That's right. We don't want to pounce on you. My name's Felix Huberman. Have you ever heard of me?
No.
Not even from Sammy?
I told you no.
Oh, calm down. There's a good girl. By Jove, you picked a bad night to come right over here. What on earth made you let your cab go?
He said he wouldn't wait.
Well, we'll see you safely home. I'll be driving back to town myself.
Not till I've seen Sammy. That's what I came for, and I'm not going till I do.
Well, you're terribly wet. You did all that just walking up the drive?
I mistook the address. I got out right away down the street.
That wasn't very sensible of you, was it?
How much longer do I have to sit here gabbing?
Well, if you'll tell us how you found this address at all, we might do something for you.
A couple of weeks ago, a bloke called himself Artie Fegan and me heard Sammy was back in town.
Mm-hmm.
We nobbled a bloke who was calling himself Sammy. We reckoned he must know where Sammy was. We took him up to an old factory building we knew about and worked him over. After a while, he told us here. Then we had to skip the next day, and he just got back.
What do you think, Carlotta?
Oh, that sounds reasonable to me.
Yes, sounds reasonable to me, too. Well, now, I have some bad news for you, Stella. Sammy left here a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's a fact. You can take it from me. Sure, he was here. He took rather a fancy to Carlotta, you know, but, of course, we couldn't put him up forever.
Where is he now?
He's living in a house not far from the bridge. He must have passed it on the way.
How about telling me just where?
Well, seeing you've been in all this trouble and... well, I'm going back to town anyway. I thought you might do better than that. Why shouldn't I run you back myself?
If you're on the level, the sooner the better.
That's a bit more like it. No more snapping and snarling, eh?
How soon do you think of leaving, Felix?
How's the time? Well, I don't want a late night, say 5-10 minutes.
Very well. Stella, I want you to excuse Felix and me for a few minutes. Stephen will keep you company in the hall.
Well, all right, but if it's too much trouble, I can still get myself another cab or darn well walk.
Oh, no, nothing of the kind. We wouldn't think of it. Stephen, take Miss Wilson under your wing for a minute or two, will you?
Sure.
There you are, Stella. I won't keep you long. Well, what do you think? We can make it tidy if we can risk attending to her now.
The cab driver. He's the only hazard.
I can arrange it so that she's not found for weeks, if ever. Cab drivers forget. And he didn't drop her right at our door, you know?
Her story about getting this address. Are you satisfied with it, Felix?
Well, they had Keen under pressure that night. He had to tell us something. Yes, and she did disappear immediately afterwards. Why in the world would she come here pitching a tale? People like this have no brains. She has to go sooner or later.
It seems almost too convenient for us. We search for her high and low with no success, and then she suddenly comes walking straight to our door.
Well, that's why she simply must be safe. If she wasn't here in all innocence, she wouldn't come within 100 miles of us. Unless, of course, this was her way of committing suicide.
Bryce could never at any time have told her anything about you or the NightShade ring.
Obviously. And Rice never even heard of you.
Very well, we will not let the opportunity pass by.
Shall I take care of her?
What do we pay the men for?
Stephen? And who else, then?
It's a pity we have to do without Mike Guzik these days. I think Tony Rico is the most reliable.
Where is he? In Guzik's room over the garage?
Fortunately.
Then get him in here. I don't want the girl hanging about the house forever.
"20 to 10. She's been in there half an hour. Wind your window up a bit more. Cuts the rain still splashing in.
Time's passing a bit slow like, Major. I wonder what they're up to in there.
I can tell you that without even thinking. They're making their minds up if it's safe to get rid of her tonight, and who's actually going to do the job.
They could let her go and nobble her some other time.
But they won't. Not Huberman and Carlotta Magnani. It's watertight. Stella hasn't a clue, and all the time she's in there talking, she'll be thinking of how I can send her back to prison if she utters one wrong word.
Hold it, Major. I can see a light.
What is it, a car coming down the drive?
Not yet, I don't think. Looks more as if it's pulling up at the front door.
We'll get out quickly. Get over to the drive gates and find some cover right against the wall. Watch the car as it comes through, see if you can spot Stella. But don't let them get a glimpse of her.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Stella. Carlotta and I have some business to talk over. I'm afraid I'll be some time.
Well, what do you want me to do? Get myself a cab after all?
No, a friend of ours, Mr. Ricker, is running into the city to pick up some papers for me. He'll drop you off at Sammy's place on the way.
That suits me, just so long as I get hold of Sammy Rice tonight.
I should say you'd be bound to find him home tonight. Well, just look at that rain. Well, the car's waiting at the front now. Good luck with Rice. And by the way, Stephen will be with you. He's going into town, too. Coming now, Ricker. Good night, Stella. Forgive me for barking at you when you arrive.
That's okay, and thanks for the lift.
Will Rico and Stephen belong?
I tell them to stay away from here. Not to come near the house or communicate. They can report in the morning.
Goodbye to a troublemaking little blonde. Is the water deep where they're going to drop her?
4 fathom 5. In a canvas bag with 5 or 6 bricks can buy to her as right. People like Stella seldom have family or friends, so there mightn't even be an inquiry for her. Do you know, Carlotta, I don't feel a scrap sorry for her. She ruined an excellent dinner. Think we should have another liqueur?
Here they come. The light of a car coming down the drive. Time to start up, I think. rugged following them through this rain without lights. Tom Cutts had better drive. Here they come. Hop in. You drive again. What about it, Cutts?
Steve and Ma driving. Tony Ricker and the girl in the back.
Right. After them. It's all going to plan. There hasn't been a flaw yet, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We're driving blind in the rain, keeping just close enough to see a tail light winking in the dark. The houses are thinning, and soon we'll be in the forest. And after the interlude there, 2 more guests will be calling on Carlotta Mignani. One will be Tom Cutts. The other will be me.
A letter is waiting for Major Gregory Keene at the Cunningham Towers. Listen for the next intriguing chapter of Deadly Nightshade.